In this course, we are going to be dealing with building an audiobook that is converting all PDF to audio. This is one of the course I also learned from this particular guy programming. The guy is very very good. You can check online for his course. So in this course, we are going to start with converting text to speech. From there, with our first module, because we are going to be dealing with two projects here. So we are going to test our first module. We are going to test its efficiency and time consuming, and we are going to test the second module we are going to be using also, and we are going to test the efficiency and time consuming of it. And finally, we are going to build converting the PDF to audio using Python. I hope you find this course interesting. Without any delay, let's get started. Hey guys, welcome back to this tutorial. So in this tutorial, we are going to be doing two different works. Like, we are going to have two Python files. One, we are going to test a particular module that is going to convert word into it's going to convert text to word. So it's going to open it as mp3, and we are going to check another module that is not going to do it as mp3, but it's going to be a voice that is not going to come out as a file or anything, but it's just going to read out the text and it's going to read our PDF. But the second one is where we are going. The first one is I just want to show you the difference between two of them. That's why I want to make it two, and because I want you to see the efficiency of the two. This idea was gotten from Programming Hero. Do check their Programming Hero. Do check their YouTube channel and their website. They are very good. They are very very good. You are going to see a lot of things that you are going to learn on. So let's write down. So in this tutorial, we need these three modules. These three modules is what we really need in this tutorial. So you can just go to your command palette and do pip install. Do confirm that you have internet. Pip install gttx. So gttx, so when you press enter, so my own is saying requires already satisfied. That means I already have it on my system, so I don't need to install it again. So the second one is py-pdf2. So this one is going to read PDF file for us. So this one also I already have it on my system. Also the third one, if the third one is not working as pip install ttx3, so just go to this link. If you try this thing and it's not working, if you try using pip install and it's not working on your system, so just go to pi.org. so just type this to it, type this and type this. You are going to see how you are going to install it, and you can click on the latest version also, so I can install the latest version for it. So do this as we move on in the next tutorial. So see you guys in the next tutorial when you are going to start our work perfectly. Thank you. So welcome back guys. So in this part of the tutorial, we are going to be using the first module. So I've created a file called text to speech. That's the name of my folder, and I have two Python files. This was this thing if you need it, and I have two Python files. The first one we are going to do, and the second one that will be the final one. So the first module we are going to be using is gttx. So import, from gttx import gttx. So do note how I'm writing everything. That means this one is a package, and this is a module under this package. Is a module under this package. So we are actually accessing this one. It's not like we are using this one. If we are using this type of, that means we are importing all the modules under this particular function. So after that, need to import OS. So import OS is already on your system, so you don't need to be doing pip install OS. It's already there on your Python this thing. So what are the codes we are going to write? So first of all, we want to declare the text we want the um, programs to read. I'm sorry, it's showing this on the things I want to use text and matplotlib, but I'm not using that one. So text equal to, so let me just put some random text here. So the text we want the programs to read. So how are you today? So let me just put something like that. How are you today? So after that, the language we want the program should speak. So this is one of the function we are going to, this is one of the parameters we are going to pass into this the function we are going to use, so we can actually select the language we want the program should read. So I'm just going to say en, which stands for English, no shorten this thing en, so the program actually understand that. So now I'm just going to declare a random variable, I don't know, let me just call it speak equal to, so it's going to, I'm going to call this function now. So this is actually a function under this particular module, so I'm just going to call this function gttx text equal to, so the particular text you want the program should read, text equal to text. So after that, the language, lang equals to lang. Another thing is slow. We don't want the program should be slow. The voice should, we don't want slow speech, so we want fast speech. So we want this, that one is going to be false. So after that, we are going to save it. So it's going to be speak dot save. So the name of what we want to save it as, let's just say sample dot mp3. So it's going to, after running this program, it's going to save the program is going to save the voice inside this media, inside this mp3 file. So let's run it and see. So when you are running this, you actually need internet. That's one of the disabilities of these modules, because it's going to use internet to, yeah, you cannot run it offline. It's after maybe you've done it for the first time, you cannot run it offline. So you can you actually need internet to run this particular thing. So let's run it and see what it's going to bring out. So now we have our sample.mp3 now. So let's just go ahead and play it, maybe and see how it's going to play.
How are you today?
Wow, it's working. Yeah, let me play it again.
How are you today?
How are you today? Wow, can you see? So our text speech is actually working. So if I change this one to anything, it's going to work. But if you notice, the one that is going back to launch it again, so and it's supposed to open on its own. So that's why we import this that's why we import the OS stuff. So we are just going to do OS dot system, and we are going to pass mp sample, name of this particular file, we are going to pass it into it. So we are going to save. Let's run it again and see what's going to happen.
How are you today?
Can you see? It's working on its own without me even playing it.
How are you today?
Can you see it's opening on its own? But on the case, it's actually converting it to mp3, and it's kind of going a long way. I need internet, it can't be offline. So that's why we have to switch to the other one. We're going to be using the other modules, that's Pi UITTX3 and Pi PDF2. So those are what we are going to be using for our PDF to audio. So see you guys in the next course, in the next tutorial. So hey guys, welcome back. Let's go back to the second one that we are going to be using. This one is more easy and efficient. So first of all, we are going to be doing the same thing we did with the first one, that means text to speech, before we do the one that is going to read for the PDF file. So now let me just import the module. So we are firstly going to be using tx3. So I'm going to import it. So I'm just going to call one function. Let me just call it speak out. So the name of the variable, sorry, is going to be speak out. So I'm going to initialize this package. Now if it's a function that I'm just calling, I don't need to do this, but as far as I'm using the whole package, so I have to do this. I have to assign the package to a particular variable so that it will be more easy. So I'm just going to initialize it. So each package has specific way how they do their stuff. So I'm just going to say speak out dot say. So I'm just going to say, hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? So after that, I'm just going to put the last this thing there. So speak out dot run with. So that's all we need to do. Can you see this one is like 7 lines of code, while this one is just 4. So let me just run it. Let's just run it and see how it's going to be.
Hey, how are you?
Can you see? Wow, it's working. That's even using internet. Can you see? I'm not even connected to the internet and it's working offline. This one is, can you see the difference between this particular package and this one? Is more efficient and is more easy to use. So that's why I just think
how are you?
This one is more easy to use. So in the next tutorial, we are going to start with reading from PDFs and converting it to audio. So see you guys in the next tutorial. So welcome back, guys. Hope we've learned a lot in the last tutorial. In the last tutorial, we've seen how we've achieved some other things without using internet, without going extra miles like the first project we did. So in this one now, I'm just going to move on a little bit to using PDF stuff, converting our PDF to audio. So hope we find it more interesting and more cool. So now we are going to start using our the last modules, and that's that's by PDF2. That's what we are going to be using now. So I'm just going to start create with a variable that the book I created the other time. So I have this PDF on my system, this tree structure. So I can either read this PDF with a binary. You can see it cannot display is either binary or stuff like that. So I have to read it in binary state. So there are some other files you can read with ordinary R. You can see what I'm going to do now. So you are going to use this function open. So after you use the open, we are going to call the name of the folder. You can see open folder, stuff like that. The file, we are going to call the name of the file we are going to use itself. So after that, we are going to call the mode at which you can open it. So if you see here, you see something like mode text, open text mode. So that's the mode at which you can open the folder. So you can read it all with only R. That's like if you want to read ordinary file, you can just read it with ordinary R. But this one is either binary. You must read it binary form. So we have to use RB. That means read binary. So that's how we can actually read this one in a binary state. So after that, I want to read through my district PDF. So I'm just going to create a variable PDF read. It's supposed to be PDF reader, but it's just PDF read. So I'm going to allocate it to this PDF file reader. So I'm going to pass the name of the book inside the PDF. So after that, what next? I want to actually know the number of page the textbook is. So maybe I just want to read. I don't want to open the PDF at all. Like I just want to know the amount of page that is inside the PDF. that's all I want to know, and I want my Python file to read for me. So if that's all I want to know, that's good. So I'm just going to say pages equal to pdf dot reader, pdf reader. Oh no, I don't want this. So it's going to pdf reader dot, oh sorry, it's not pdf reader, pdf read pdf read dot number pages. Sorry, I do not see my pdf read. I think it's not seeing my pdf read. What's going on? Or let me change this to pdf reader. Maybe it's going to work. No. Let's just write on and see, maybe it's going to work later. So let me just call it here pages. Think it's cool now, but still not seeing my pdf. Oh yeah, this one is a small letter P. Yeah, pdf. So let me even return it back to my normal reader. I prefer the read stuff. pdf read. I think that one is more, because this pdf reader, if you kind of leave it, I think is a reserved word here. So pdf read, so it's going to print out the page for us. So it's going to read out the page, read through the page, and just start something good for us. So after that, we've called our speak out, so it's just going to start speaking. So what do we want it to start speaking? So I'm going to call the page. So this one is one that we go read through the page itself, that we like extract the text there. That's the next step we want to do now. So page, so each page, I'm not just considering the pages, so each page, I'm considering each page now. So page equal to pdf read dot get page. So I want to get the page, so I want to start from 0. That means I want to start from the very first page. That's what I want to start from. So text or txt, I think text is used for matplotlib or stuff like that. So page, I'm going to call this page stuff variable dot extract text. Oh sorry, not this one. Extract text. So it's going to be a function. So now we don't want to read our view again, we want to read our pdf. So I'm just going to go back to the pdf now and see maybe it's actually reading the correct one. So I'm just going to run it and move to our pdf.
Discrete structures for computer science.
Wow.
Counting, recursion, and probability. Michael Smith.
Can you hear that?
School of Computer Science.
It's working. Wow. Now,
Ottawa,
wow.
Ontario.
It's actually working.
Canada.
It's actually cool.
Michael at scs.carleton.ca.
It's actually cool.
July 22nd, 2019.
So I'm just going to stop it here. So, and if you notice, it actually reads only one page. If you notice, before I even stop it, it reads only one page. Let me run it again and see. And let's see. Let me go back to the PDF.
Discrete structures for computer science.
It even
Counting,
print out
recursion, and probability.
the number of pages we have
School
here.
of Computer
Cool.
Science.
Cool.
Carleton University. Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Michael at scs.carleton.ca. July 22nd, 2019.
and it stops. So it's only reading one page, and it's not even starting from where we want it to start, because it's going to read all this type of content and we don't really want it. We want to start from the introduction straight. We don't want to start from any story. So here's what we are going to do in the next tutorial. So see you guys in the next tutorial, where we are going to finalize everything. So love you guys, see you then. Hey guys, welcome back to the final part of our tutorial. So we've achieved a lot. We've read from our PDF, and we actually print out the number of page in our PDF. So cool, right? So and also we can read from the beginning. So we don't want to start reading from the beginning our code now, and we don't want to read only one page. That means we want to read it, want it to continue reading till it reach 404 page. So what we are going to do, so the page we want to start from is actually in page 11, but if we put page 11 there, it's going to start from this place. Let's see. So if I put 11 here, see where it's going to start from.
To chapter 1. Introduction. Observe that JVJ equals 6 and JEJ equals 15.
It's not starting from
we draw each edge pipe just a straight
where I
line.
want it to start from. So this is simply because the numbering in programming is not like 1, 2, 3. It's from 0. So if you start from 0, this page is actually going to be 10. So we are going to put this one as 10. So now let's run it and see, maybe it's going to start from where we want it to start.
Chapter 1. Introduction. In this chapter, we introduce some problems that will be solved later in this book.
Can you see? It's
along the way,
working
we recall
perfectly,
some notions from discrete mathematics.
It's still reading only one page. It's still going to read only one page. So we want to form a for loop that we just loop through all the pages, and we'll be picking them one by one till it reaches the last and the final page. So that one is just simple lines of code and we are done. So I'm just going to call a for loop for number. Let me just say for number in range. So the range is going to start from 10. Want it to start from 10, so till page to page. Do you understand it? So I'm starting from 10, this particular place, and till it reach this page. That's 404. The number of pages we have, in this PDF is 404. So it's going to stop. So what else? And I'm not going to write another extra code again. I'm just going to copy all these ones and press tab. So now the read.get page is not going to read from 10 again, because if I still leave it like this, it's still going to be reading only one page. So it's just going to be it's just going to be reading number 10, page 10 till it reach 404 times. So I'm just going to change this one to number, and then I think we are done. So now you can play your PDF and just go and sleep. And maybe you don't want to read, your eyes are tired, you don't want to do any extra things, but you still want to read. Just play it and put it on speaker, just lie on your bed. How interesting is that? So let's see, maybe we are not on error now. Let's just run it.
Chapter 1.
Wow.
Introduction. In this chapter, we introduce some problems that will be solved later in this book. Along the way, we recall some notions from discrete mathematics that you are assumed to be familiar with. These notions are reviewed in more detail in Chapter 2.
Like
1.1 Ramsey Theory. Ramsey theory studies problems of the following form. How many elements
I can't continue
of a given type must there be so that we can guarantee that some property
just try it
holds?
also and see how
In this section,
interesting it is.
we consider the case when the elements are people and the property is
and I'm actually thinking of something. What if we don't want to open the PDF our own? Let me just open it directly from this place. So that's where you can borrow this idea. We can just use our OS. So we can just import from OS. So OS have many things. You can use time in OS, all those things you can. OS is very sweet to use. OS is like use operating system, that's it. So just call os.system, just use a particular module in your OS. So what do you want to use in OS? We want to call this PDF. That's all we want to do. So let's just run it and see, maybe it's going to open the PDF for us. Wow.
Chapter 1. Introduction. In this chapter, we introduce some problems that will be solved later in this
even put it on
book.
the page I want
Along
to read.
the way, we recall some notions from discrete mathematics that you are assumed to be familiar with. These notions are reviewed in more detail in Chapter 2. 1.1 Ramsey Theory. Ramsey theory
So
studies
this is
problems of
what
the
all
following
these
form.
if
How
you
many
check your
elements
browser very well,
of a given
this
type must
thing
there be so that we can guarantee
read
that some
aloud.
property
This the same
holds.
logic. You just
In
read
this
your
section,
own
we consider the
audio
case when the
book.
elements are people,
How interesting
and the
is that?
property is
With your,
backslash there is a
it's
large
why
group
you
of
want,
friends or
you
there
don't
is a large
even
group
need all this
of
big knowledge in
strangers.
Python. Just
Theorem
using
1.1.1 in any
modules.
group of
That's
6
how
people, there are 3
let me
friends,
stop this.
i.e.
That's how interesting Python is. You can just Python is has a big community where people are contributing. You can just go there. You can write your own code also that people can also go and import and actually use your module. So if I want to do this one on my own, I have to write thousands lines of code. Thousands for what? Because can you see now, I'm just doing audiobook with just 14 to 15 lines of code. How interesting is that? Very interesting. You know, if I want to see how many lines of code they put here now, you have to, if you open your module, your Python file, all these things, if you open it, you see a lot of work. Let me even open one here. Can you see a lot of work they've done because of these things? See, and in as much as you are clicking this thing, you are still going to be finding lines of code. That's what we just use easily, like easily. Can you see? You have to, if you check this one now, can you see lines of code? Wow, God, am I the one that will sit down and be writing all these ones? Can you see how beautiful it is? And just sit down in my room and I can access all these things. And this one also helps if you don't know what to, like how to use a particular module. You can just press your Alt and click, so you can see what you can use these particular modules for. So you can see os.path.name.this. So this is what you can actually use these particular modules for. And I think there are some examples you can also follow there, so that this thing is going to be you can understand it. See lines of code that I'm going to write. I don't even understand all these things. It's not compulsory to understand everything. Just go to PyPI, pick any you can browse list of modules I want to use. So when you browse it and it's on Google, there are some suitable websites that will show you the answer you want. So if you want on audio, text, if you want on web, all these stuff, they will list it for you, and you can just click on one, pick one, read through it and start using it. So thank you guys very much on this tutorial. I love you guys. Remember to leave your review on this course, and also I thank Programming Hero. The guy is very good. I'm also a student of his. So the guy is very good. You can do check his YouTube channel and see interesting things like this. Also, you can even find something like this. So thank you guys. See you guys next time.